Welcome to the Historypedia channel. My name is Peter and today I'm going to tell you about an ancient world history. The Dacians were an ancient civilization that inhabited the region of modern-day Romania and parts of neighboring countries such as Moldova, Bulgaria, Serbia, and Ukraine. They were one of the major Thracian tribes and played a significant role in the history of the Eastern European region. The Dacians first appeared in historical records around the 2nd century BC, and they reached their peak during the reign of their king Burebista in the 1st century BC. Burebista was a prominent king of the Dacians during the 1st century BC. He is considered one of the most influential and powerful leaders in Dacian history. Burebista's exact date of birth is uncertain, but he emerged as a significant figure around 60 BC. He managed to unite various Dacian tribes under his rule, creating a centralized and powerful kingdom. Burebista's consolidation of power was an impressive feat, as the Dacian tribes were historically known for their fragmented nature and frequent conflicts. Under Burebista's leadership, the Dacian kingdom expanded its territories and influence, becoming a regional power in Eastern Europe. He conducted military campaigns to subdue neighboring tribes and secure Dacian borders. Burebista's success in warfare earned him a reputation as a skilled and strategic commander. Burebista's reign also brought significant internal changes to the Dacian society. He implemented administrative reforms, creating a centralized government with a hierarchical structure. Burebista established a system of nobility, with the king and his close allies holding the highest positions of power. This consolidation of authority allowed him to govern the Dacians more effectively. Religion and spirituality played an important role in Dacian society, and Burebista was no exception. He was considered a priest-king, responsible for maintaining the connection between the Dacians and their deities. Burebista likely participated in religious rituals and ceremonies, and his actions were believed to be guided by divine influence. Burebista's reign came to an end in 44 BC when he was assassinated, likely due to internal power struggles and rivalries. After his death, the Dacian kingdom faced internal conflicts and fragmentation, which weakened their position as a unified force. Despite his relatively short reign, Burebista left a lasting impact on Dacian history. His military successes and administrative reforms laid the foundation for the later Dacian kingdom, which continued to be a significant power in the region. Burebista's legacy as a unifier and a skilled leader contributed to the overall image of the Dacians as a proud and formidable civilization. The society of the ancient Dacians was structured into different social classes, with the king and the nobility holding the highest positions. They were known for their skilled warriors, particularly in mounted combat. The Dacian Wars were a series of military campaigns waged by the Roman Empire against the Dacians, an ancient civilization inhabiting the region of modern-day Romania and neighboring areas. During the reign of Emperor Trajan in the 1st and early 2nd centuries AD, the wars were a significant chapter in the Roman expansion into Eastern Europe. The First Dacian War took place between 101 and 102 AD. It was initiated by Emperor Trajan with the goal of securing the Roman frontier and gaining control over the rich resources of the Dacian kingdom. The Dacian king at the time was Decebalus, who had successfully resisted previous Roman attempts to conquer his lands. Trajan led a well-organized and disciplined Roman army against the Dacians. The Romans faced several challenges due to the rugged terrain of the region and the fierce resistance of the Dacian warriors. However, they managed to capture the Dacian capital, Regia, and forced Decebalus to seek peace. A peace treaty was signed in 102 AD, which required the Dacians to cede a portion of their territory to the Romans and pay tribute. However, Decebalus saw the peace as an opportunity to regroup and strengthen his forces for future resistance. The Second Dacian War occurred from 105 to 106 AD. Decebalus, having rebuilt his army and fortified his kingdom, broke the peace treaty by refusing to pay the agreed tribute and initiating hostilities against Roman interests. Emperor Trajan, considering this a breach of trust, launched a massive military campaign to conquer Dacia once and for all. The Roman forces, numbering over 150,000 soldiers, including legions and auxiliaries, marched into Dacia. They faced fierce resistance from the Dacians, who employed guerrilla tactics and made use of the difficult terrain to their advantage. Nonetheless, the superior military organization, discipline, and technology of the Romans proved decisive. Trajan's armies gradually pushed deeper into Dacian territory, capturing key cities and fortresses. The Dacian capital, Regia, was besieged and eventually captured by the Romans. Decebalus, realizing the impending defeat, committed suicide rather than surrendering to the Romans. With the fall of the Dacian kingdom, Trajan annexed the conquered lands and established the province of Dacia, incorporating it into the Roman Empire. The Romans exploited the rich mineral resources of Dacia, particularly its gold and silver mines, which greatly benefited the empire. The Dacian Wars had significant consequences for both the Romans and the Dacians. The Romans celebrated Trajan's victories, and the conquest of Dacia brought immense wealth and prestige to the empire. The Dacians, on the other hand, faced the loss of their independence and assimilation into the Roman Empire. The legacy of the Dacians and their resistance against Roman conquest lived on in the region. The Romans left behind impressive architectural and cultural remnants, and the Dacian identity and heritage continued to influence the local population in subsequent centuries. Today, the Dacian Wars are seen as a defining period in the history of the Roman Empire and the ancient civilizations of Eastern Europe. The Roman occupation had a profound impact on the Dacian civilization, and over time, the Dacian culture merged with Roman influences, leading to the development of a distinct Roman-Dacian culture in the region. Today, the legacy of the ancient Dacians can be seen in archaeological remains, including fortresses, settlements, and religious sites. The Dacians are remembered as a proud and formidable civilization that played a crucial role in the history of Eastern Europe. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned.